Hi, guys. What is happiness? What is peace? Okay, let me do the layman's language explanation. Okay, happiness is something that gives you satisfaction of some sort. Like you just find yourself you're feeling okay, so you're happy. Peace is something you feel comfortable and somewhere you can stay. Just go and Google. Anyway, how many of us choose love over peace? How many of us choose love over happiness or joy, to be precise? How many of us choose love over our own selves? Imagine being in a relationship where you're not happy, you don't have peace, and you've lost yourself. Let me explain the three parts of what I've just said. When you lose yourself and you don't feel happy, is when your partner is constantly hurting you over and over and over again. Like they keep doing it, and they don't have a limit. They don't even have a conscience to be like, what is it? Haven't you done enough? You feel like singing that song to them because they have overdone it. Like they have done it so many times, and you keep forgiving because they keep apologizing. Some of them will apologize verbally, some of them will apologize with gifts, some of them will apologize by taking you out, by giving you what they feel you need. And we keep forgiving. We keep giving chances over chances over chances. Do you know what that leads to? When you're not happy, it leads to lack of peace because you won't have peace anymore. So, lack of happiness is intertwined with lack of peace because lack of happiness leads to lack of peace. You don't know where this guy is or this lady is. She or he is not picking your calls. You guys were to go out, they're not picking their calls anymore. You guys had plans, they've already had their own plans. They So you get into a pensive mode, like you're just thinking, you're lost in thought, you're in a pensive kind of a situation. So, and this person will come a day, 2 days, 3 days later, or hours later and just say, I got held up somewhere. Or worst of them all, they don't even explain, they just come back, hi babe. And they expect you to run along with it. Like they don't expect you to ask questions. They don't expect you to be mad. They don't expect you to question them. That's the funny part of it because unless I'm a robot, but if I'm a human being, I have feelings and I damn have feelings for you, I'll question, I'll ask. But if I do, I become a nag, I become a complainer, I become the one that is always raising issues. So I'm gaslighted to believe I am the problem. And what happens? I end up apologizing or giving the person a second chance or third or 50th chance. You can't sleep. Your appetite because you're always angry, you're always worried. Where is this person? Why didn't he call me? What? All that. So, lack of happiness leads to lack of peace, which leads to you losing yourself. Before you met this person, you had a life. You used to do things by yourself, for yourself. You go out, you can take yourself out, you can just hang in your house, watch a Netflix movie and be happy. You can put some music and dance. You can buy some drinks. You sit in your house, you drink a glass of wine, and you're perfectly fine. You can go out with your friends or even by yourself. You take yourself out, you have a good time. You can go and do anything that you love to do. But you see, when you're dating such kind of people, you don't do those things anymore because all you do 24 hours. Okay, let me start. Every second of every minute, of every hour, of every day, of every week, of every month, of every year, your mind, your soul, your body, your heart is all about that person. Or else, not they don't give you even a second. They don't. You're a second option to them. Imagine that. They don't even remember you exist until they need something from you. They don't even remember that you exist until they need something from you. And you're there explaining to yourself, because friends have stopped asking questions, people have stopped asking what's going on with you. So you keep explaining to yourself why the person is acting or treating you the way they are. I've been in that situation, and it's not a funny situation. Mm-mm. Losing yourself, losing yourself, no. That's a place I wouldn't wish for anyone, because your life revolves around the other person and they'll never put you in that priority list. You're an option that comes secondary. After they've done all they want to do, they now remember there's someone somewhere, because they know they're comfortable, because they know you'll always be there. Let me ask you, how many of us, how many of us sit down with a plate of food, and as you're eating every bite, you start sensing every spice or salt that is in that food? Unless the salt is much, if the salt is okay, how many of you have ever sat down and started tasting it and like, mm, yeah, there's salt? You don't. You don't even remember there's a salt that you put in the food. But you see, the day it's too much or the day it's not there, that's when you realize this food is tasteless. It doesn't have salt. So, sweetheart, baby girl, mama, please stop giving men chances. If a man can't treat you right, it's not your work to teach them how to treat you. It's not. You shouldn't. These men are grown ups. They've been in several million relationships. This is not a small boy you're trying to teach how to ride a bike, that they've never ridden a bike, and you're trying to tell them pedal like this, hit the brakes, go slow. No, these are men who've been with multiple ladies. And you want to become the teacher? Please, girl, you'll teach him and he'll go and treat the next lady the what you're teaching him, because a man changes for who he wants to be with. So if you complain first time about something, second time and third time, and this person is not changing at all, this person is who he is. Love yourself. If you don't love yourself, do it for the people who love you. If you have kids, if you have family, do it for them, not for yourself. If you don't love yourself, just do it for them. Live and start working on yourself. The right man will come, a man who will prioritize you, a man who will make plans with you, a man who will call you, a man who will chat you, who yearns to see you, a man who explains where he is, what he's doing, who he's with, not because it's your demand, but because he feels the respect he has for you is enough for him to explain where he is and what he's doing. Not that because you're controlling, no. Bye, guys. Love you.